A woman was run over by a car driven by a man playing Pokémon Go. When people are playing this game, they just get so consumed that they don't even realize what's going on around them. First, a guy falls off a cliff, then a shooting, and now this. A woman in Japan was actually run over by a distracted driver who was playing the game. Police have announced that they believe this to be the first death in Japan that's related to Pokémon Go. The man behind the wheel was 39-year-old Kenji Gu. He admitted to police that he was playing Pokémon Go when he hit two women who were trying to cross the road. 72-year-old Sachiko was killed and 60-year-old Keiko was badly injured but lived. Gu said he was on his way home from a local farm after dropping off some produce when all of this happened. Since the game's release, there have been a total of 79 traffic accidents linked to Pokémon Go nationwide. The developer of Pokémon Go released this statement. "We express our deep condolences to the family and acquaintances. We are still looking into the details of this incident. We will take any necessary steps following the completion of the investigation." After all of these accidents were happening, Nintendo has since added a screen warning to the app itself. It warns players not to play it while around trains or in fast-moving vehicles. Our thoughts go out to Sachiko's family. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Thanks for joining us on this lovely Thursday. I'm Court McGinley. Today I'm just going to be filling in for Landon because he has a loved one in the hospital. So if you want to see what he's been up to, you can just click on over here. All of us here are sending well wishes, and Landon will be back on Monday. In yesterday's video, you guys were asked, who do you watch on YouTube? And this is what you guys had to say. Today I want to know, what's your favorite app and why? Let me know your answer down in the comments and you might be featured in tomorrow's video. Next, there's a new iPhone app called LifeStage and it's only for teens. This app launched earlier this week. And to use it, you have to be under 21 years old and a high school student. This app is basically a combination between Snapchat and Facebook. When you sign up, you need to enter your age and the name of your high school you go to in order to connect with other people from your school. You can upload videos, like things, dislike things, post photos. LifeStage is not a messaging app. It's just a simple way for you to show off your life without using filters. It's kind of like a more real Instagram. There's no friending or defriending. Users can see the profiles of anyone who also signed up through their high school. Are you guys going to get this app for the upcoming school year? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Next, for all of you out there who love musicals, first there was Grease Live and now there's Hairspray Live. So exciting! It's not going to be airing until December, but the cast is amazing. So we have Ariana Grande playing Penny Piggleton, Kristen Chenoweth as Velma Von Tessel, Jennifer Hudson as Motormouth Mabel, Dove Cameron as Amber Von Tessel, Garrett Clayton as Link Larkin, Derek Huff as Corky Collins, and newcomer Maddie Billio as Tracy Turnblatt. If you guys are as excited as I am, make sure you tune in Wednesday, December 7th at 8 p.m. on NBC. Next, a woman spends thousands of dollars to turn her house into a Barbie dream house. 34-year-old Azusa Zakimo, who now likes to be referred to as Azusa Barbie, owns a total of 145 Barbies, 40 pairs of shoes and bags, and a massive range of doll-themed home accessories. Why would one woman possess all of these things? Well, it's because she's Barbie's biggest fan. Her obsession began at the age of 15 when she bought a doll-themed lunchbox. Now, 20 years later, she definitely stepped things up a notch. Everything she owns has to be Barbie. She even dyed her hair pink, wears Barbie-style clothes, and has fake nails with Barbie's face on them. Azusa has spent a total of $70,000 on just Barbie stuff alone. Barbie home furnishings were $21,000. Followed closely behind with Barbie clothes, which rang in at $18,000. She said that her favorite Barbie item is her movie mixer Barbie doll, saying if she was able to be a Barbie, she would be her. Next, we have a woman who gets sick 8 times every day. Could you guys even imagine being sick 8 times every day? That must be awful. 24-year-old Jennifer Young suffers from a rare vomiting condition and is unable to keep food or water down, and now must be fed by a tube. All this craziness happened back in March, when one day Jennifer threw up several times. She didn't think much of it and chalked it up to a sickness bug. Soon she realized something was wrong because she couldn't keep down anything. The following weeks she was hospitalized 3 times for dehydration. Doctors ran a series of tests such as MRIs and CT scans. She was finally diagnosed with a rare functioning vomiting condition that can't be treated. About this illness, she said, it affects her energy levels, but most days she's quite good mentally with it. Luckily, she has a very supportive family and partner, and hopefully one day soon a cure will be found. Next, it seems like LA is trying to bring the Olympics back to the US in 2024. The mayor of Los Angeles, Eric Garcetti, was in Rio trying to convince Olympic officials that LA should host the Olympics 8 years from now. Garcetti said, I think a lot of people are asking who would ever want to bid on the games these days. We know we could do a games that would be profitable, just like they were in 1984, when we helped save the Olympic movement. LA is predicting the 2024 games would cost about $6 billion and generate $161 million from sponsorships, TV rights, and ticket sales. But LA is not the only ones who want to host this show. They are up against Paris, Rome, and Budapest. Paris is looking like the favorite since 2024 would mark 100 years since they last hosted the games. Regardless, it looks like we're gonna have to wait another year to see who will host the 2024 games. The IOC will make the big announcement in Lima, Peru next September. Next, it's now being confirmed that children should have no more than 6 teaspoons of sugar per day. I know a lot of you are probably like, well, duh. But 6 teaspoons of sugar is a lot less than you might think. It's equivalent to a small chocolate bar or half a can of soda. A full can of Coca-Cola actually contains just under 10 teaspoons of sugar. The National Institute of Health currently recommends children 4 to 8 should have no more than 3 teaspoons a day. And from ages 9 and up, the intake should be no more than 6 teaspoons. It's been proven that children who eat foods loaded with added sugar tend to eat fewer healthy foods such as fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy products that are actually really good for their health. I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. Try and keep a tracking log and write down how much sugar you consume every day, and do this for a whole week. Then at the end of the week, look at how much sugar you've consumed, and see if each day equals to under 6 teaspoons. You might be surprised at how much sugar you're actually consuming. Next, the biggest pearl ever has been found, and you're not going to believe how much it's worth. This 1 foot wide, 2.2 foot long pearl is worth a crazy $100 million. And the fisherman who found it had no idea. Sadly, this fisherman suffered from a fire of his wooden home earlier this year, which forced him to move, and he decided to hand his pearl over to the local tourist officer so that it could be placed on display for the public to see. The story of how the fisherman got the pearl goes a little something like this. The fisherman was out fishing, threw an anchor down, and it got stuck on a rock during a storm. He noticed that it was lodged into a shell, so he swam down to pull up the anchor, and brought the shell up with him. Opened it up, and he found the pearl. Not knowing how much it was worth, he brought it home with him and tucked it away as a simple good luck charm. That's pretty remarkable. Next, 7-year-old Ripen Zarker is being known as the boy who's turning into a human tree. He suffers from an extremely rare condition that causes scaly warts to grow on his hands and feet. This is a condition referred to as epidermal dysplasia. This little boy was only admitted to the hospital for the first time on August 20th because his family couldn't afford treatment. Ripen cannot walk or eat by himself due to his tree-like features, but doctors have high hopes that surgery will be successful as his fingers and toes are still identifiable. Ripen's symptoms match 26-year-old Abul Bajander, who we've talked about on this channel before, and he's also known as Tree Man. But Ripen's case is not as advanced as Abul's, so doctors think they can treat him with fewer operations. All of us here are wishing him the best. Next, Dunkin Donuts has a new waffle sandwich that puts every other breakfast sandwich out there to shame. Everyone loves waffles and everyone loves bacon and eggs, so Dunkin Donuts figured, hey, let's put it all together and call it a breakfast sandwich. And people, they're extremely happy about this. This creation is here to celebrate National Waffle Day. So this is the breakdown of this breakfast delight. You get 2 crispy edged Belgian waffles holding together cherrywood smoked bacon, an egg, and American cheese. Definitely a breakfast of champions. As if this wasn't enough, Dunkin Donuts is also launching a new contest called Savor the Flavor, where customers scratch off a viral waffle themed card for daily opportunities to win Dunkin prizes, like a year of free breakfast sandwiches, for example. This contest started yesterday and goes on until September 30th, so you have over a month to try and win some awesome prizes. Next, Netflix released their first trailer of Audrey and Daisy, a documentary about high school sexual assault. This documentary is going to be out September 23rd, and it tells the story of 2 high school girls who in 2012 were sexually assaulted in different parts of the country. This film talks about how one of the girls named Audrey committed suicide shortly after the assault due to the photos of her assault being spread on social media. And the story of another girl, Daisy, who was attacked by a group of boys who also tried to commit suicide but survived. However, her town turned against her and her family, forcing them to move. If you guys want to watch the trailer, it's down in the description box. It's definitely a moving story and shows you how sexual assault affects both the victim and the attacker. Finally, it seems that 2016 is the year all the scary movies from our past come back to haunt us. First, the Blair Witch Project sequel, and now The Rings, which is the 3rd film in the Ring franchise. This means the return of Samara and her creepy, gangly long hair. Not to mention all the crazy stuff that happens 7 days later. In this movie, we see a woman sacrificing herself to save her boyfriend after he watches the video. You would think by now people would know not to watch it. What was this guy thinking? I'll leave a link for the trailer in the description box below for those of you who are brave enough to watch it. I'm not gonna lie, it's really creepy. Like, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight because of it. But I do like horror movies, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna end up watching this movie. For those of you interested in seeing it, it comes out October 28th, just in time for Halloween. Perfect. Alright guys, well that's all the news stories I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So if you like this video, make sure you check all the other LPs up over here, give them a click, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, click subscribe, join the fam. Also, if you'd like, you can follow me on Instagram at Court McGinley or my personal vlogging channel, Courtney McGinley Vlogs. Check it out, subscribe, I'd appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later.